It has almost been 2 years since I've left Australia. And I gotta say, boy, I miss it. I keep thinking about Australia all the time. I miss the mountains, I miss the sand, I miss the ocean, I miss the people and their kindness, everything about it. And since I can't really afford to go there at the moment, I was thinking of ways that would allow me to re-experience Australia, re-explore Australia, just, be there again. And I came across a game which is called GeoGuessr. So basically what this game does is it puts you in a random place anywhere in the world and you have to guess where you are. That's really the whole thing. So what we're doing today is we are going to readjust the settings a bit so it will only drop us in Australia. And that way, even I can't be in Australia physically, I can at least be there virtually. And also it comes with the challenge of guessing where we are. So feel free to guess along with me. And who knows, maybe you even spot your own house. So this is the game. You can see my avatar here standing on planet Earth, and it's even following my mouse. I tried to create it as closely as how I see myself. No, it's just the default avatar, don't panic. We're going to single player classic maps and we try to change the settings so that we will only end up in Australia. There it is. I gotta admit that I'm actually a little nervous for whatever reason, but there is an emotional connection for me with this. So the difficulty seems to be moderate. I should be able to do that since I've been there for a bit. Maybe I come across a place that I've actually been to myself. So the game has placed us in this suburb, I would assume. You can also add a timer to this game, say 2 minutes, if you wanted to make it a bit more challenging. But for now, this is just about, re-exploring Australia, seeing it again, and I don't want a timer to put me under pressure. We might do that later to make it a bit more challenging. However, look at this. This does look like Australia as I know it. These trees, are those gum trees? Might that be a gum tree? I'm actually getting a bit sentimental here. Man, I wish I could be back. We do not really have trees like these. I mean, I don't even know what kind of tree that is. Is that a gum tree? Probably not. Please don't judge me about my lack of knowledge about trees and flowers or whatever, but these trees just have like a certain look that we just don't really have. I mean, they're sort of bushy. I mean, that's why you say an Australian bush, I would assume. We don't have that. Some ferns over here. Really nice. We do have them too, by the way. Okay, so we can move around. I mean, the main purpose of the game, after all, is to find out where we are. So we have that little map down here, and we will then have to, place down our avatar somewhere, and then we will see how close we were to where it actually was. Okay, I would say we just move around a bit to see what we can find here. So we can just basically go anywhere and just check out the whole neighborhood. I wonder if I can find out in which state we are right now, maybe by looking at the license plates. I would assume that with the yellow license plate we're most likely in New South Wales. Let's see. Oh, look at these trees. Okay, this is a gum tree for sure. If it's not, then I'm just going to quit my job, I guess. So what I like a lot about Australia is the architecture. You have a lot of brick houses. We don't have them too much in Germany. We have them in northern Germany, where after World War II, the English had their territory up there, and they obviously influenced a lot of the architecture. So we have a lot of red brick houses in northern Germany, but down here, South Bavaria, where I live, they are very, very uncommon. Oh my God, that's my car. I'm not even kidding. However, this really looks like New South Wales. Not gonna lie about it. Okay, another New South Wales. Probably another New South, I can't even speak today. Another New South Wales here. And look, tiny palm trees. You cannot even imagine how much I love palm trees. I would die if I could live in a place that has palm trees. This is like, do you even know how beautiful your country is? Do you even appreciate that? You probably do. Okay, another red brick house. That's pretty nice. That seems like a pretty nice neighborhood, to be honest. I would want to live here. Maybe we should start trying to get into figuring out where we are. After all, still, this is the main purpose of the game. Okay, so what I feel like is that we should check out some street signs. I mean, this will not tell me much. It's really just the street name. It could be anywhere, but this W here could probably mean, I don't know, like it could be like a symbol of a city or something. So maybe a city that starts with W. Would make sense to me, at least. Okay, I will just follow that road a bit until I find something interesting, until I find something that gives me a bit more information about where I could be. Okay, I feel like we're not too far north. And disclaimer, I'm not an Australian expert or anything, okay? Everything I say is just 100% guess, okay? So what I wanted to say is I can't really see any palm trees, so I would think that we're not too far north. I could imagine, you know, that in Port Macquarie or somewhere, you know, more up north in New South Wales, it would be a bit more palm tree-ish, but I can't really see any of those here. Maybe they're closer to the beaches, closer to the ocean. Maybe the more inland you go, maybe the less palm trees you have, so that could also be a thing. So maybe we are up north in New South Wales, but too far inside the country. Hey, Ute! I love Utes. And this would be my dream. Look, that trailer here. Going back to Australia, getting one of those trailers and, you know, just explore the country again. It would be interesting to find some sort of main road with street signs on it. That way I would see, you know, 200 kilometers to Sydney or something maybe. Okay, well, it's just a suburb somewhere. I feel like there is no way that I can actually find out where I am. But I still don't want to just give a guess. I sort of want to make it. Oh my God, does that state the address somewhere? Oh, something with heights. Ah, okay, something with A. Elenbia Heights? Elenbia Heights, okay. You know what, I'll just, you know, go with Sydney first. I mean, I just want to check if I maybe see something. I wish I knew Sydney a bit better. Okay, this is Hills, okay. Hills is not too far away from Heights. Okay, I have no idea. I feel like this is just like part of a city. Okay, this is a bit better. There is a bigger street. There is even a bus. I wonder if I can get any closer to the bus. No, it disappears. Obviously it does. Obviously the bus disappears, but I can maybe read something at the bus stop. Kentwell. Okay, that's still just the street name, I would say. Let's get a bit closer to the bus station. Maybe we can read something. LMB. I will probably just go with Sydney, and then we find out how wrong I was. I have no idea where LMB is. Maybe it is a bigger city. Maybe if I just zoom out a bit, maybe it is actually somewhere a bit more inland. Okay, you know what? I'll just guess now. I just put my little avatar somewhere. I hope that I was at least in New South Wales. Everything else would be very embarrassing. It is not here. I've lived in Grafton and Glen Innes for a while. Coffs Harbour. I feel like I know this area a bit. I'll just go here. It was Sydney. Are you even kidding me? It was Sydney. Oh boy. I did screen this place, Allenby Heights. I mean, Allenby Heights sounds very fancy and all the fancy people live in Sydney. Well, I got New South Wales. Okay, let's do the next one. So it put us onto a roundabout. I think that was a good strategy to just look at the license plates first and see if I can find out which which state we're in. This bluish one looks to me like a WA. I've never been to WA, so that's gonna make it a bit harder. Then again, this seems to be New South Wales again, and there is another Ute, which I like a lot. Oh my god, what's happening here? Move on, let's just follow that road. That looks big enough so it could bring us to a even bigger road if we're lucky. No palm trees around here. And I still haven't found out which state we're in, but this also looks like a New South Wales. Most of them are yellow, but then there are like smaller ones, smaller white ones. I had one of those. Okay, this road looks like it could actually bring us somewhere. It could also just lead into endless emptiness. It would be interesting to just understand what these signs mean, what these symbols mean. They must be city symbols. Oh, there is a sign. There you go. Karrinyup. Karrinyup. So we're in Karrinyup, I assume. I hope I pronounced that somewhat correctly. Does it maybe say WA, Scouts WA, I would say. GL, Karrinyup at Scouts WA. Okay, let's just see if we can find it. I mean, I just go to Perth first. Perth first. See if I can see Karrinyup somewhere. Maybe it is a bigger town. Well, this Manjimup. Sounds somewhat close to what I'm looking for. Kara? Okay, something with Kara. Karen. Okay, I'm looking for Karen. Karen, is there a Karen somewhere? Many of those cities are called something with up, like this is like Karrinyup. Then we have Nambilup. Then we have Karrinyup, but there is no Karen. Okay, you know what? I just placed myself somewhere, just, you know, here. Somewhere here, because I feel like it must be in that area somewhere. Karen, how did I not see this before? I mean, I was up here, I was screening the whole thing. Was I blind? But hey, 45 kilometers, that's not too bad after all. Well, that's so nice in Australia that everyone seems to be having their own house, sort of, the majority of people. In Germany, it is much more common to live in a flat. Only the really wealthy can afford to live in an actual house, so everyone else just really lives in flats. We don't have that many, you know, standalone houses in Germany. We have more higher buildings with like 3 or 4 flats in them, I would say. But then again, this looks like quite a wealthy area that this game has put me in again. I mean, like, this is a full-fledged mansion in my eyes. Are we possibly in New South Wales again? That is my dream. One day I'm gonna make it true. I'm gonna buy a house in Australia, live there, and just be happy. So we're in New South Wales again, and we're probably in Sydney again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Something like that. You have such nice neighborhoods in Australia. I mean, this is really the kind of neighborhood that I would want to live in. We don't really have that sorts of neighborhoods in Germany that often. I mean, we do have nice neighborhoods as well, but this is just something that I personally want to see when I go out of my house and wave my neighbor hello. Hey mate, how's it going? Hey, I'm doing fine. We're having a Barbie tonight. Are you coming? Yeah. Can Karen come? Sure, bring Karen along. What is this? I cannot read these symbols. I feel like they would be a great hint if I could identify what that is. Man, look at these gardens. They're just so well maintained. I mean, I feel like this is the first time I actually notice how well maintained all of these gardens are. I mean, also those bushes, they're just like perfectly trimmed. Like, that's a perfect cube over there. This is really nice. You guys really take care of your gardens. Okay, there is a bus stop. The hills? Okay, to be honest, I just go with Sydney and I look for the hills. Because this bus stop just looks like the other one, and that was in Sydney. So I feel like this is like a Sydney style bus stop. Ah, the Hills Community Health Center, Western Sydney. Okay, I feel like this could be our best result so far. Western Sydney, the Hills. Okay, so would we here somewhere? I mean, is this still Sydney? I mean, how west can Sydney get? Is the question. Parramatta. I know. Parramatta, okay. Parramatta, okay. The hills, something with hills. Doesn't matter. I just go here and let's see. Whoo! 8 kilometers. That wasn't too bad. It's Castle Hill. I should have looked for 2 hills, and that's the hills. Quakers Hill. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Lucky I found that sign. Okay, wow, this looks so nice. I mean, this is like legit a jungle. And someone's living here, like right in the middle of the jungle. Okay, so from a first impression, I would say Queensland. And I'm trying to speed this up a little now. No more just wandering around aimlessly. And you know, I'm a pro now. I've played 3 maps now, okay? I should probably know what I'm doing. I'm feeling far north Queensland, somewhere in Cairns area. Just like from my first impression, just like from... I sort of feel it in my guts. I will just put myself somewhere close to Cairns. It's also such a nice neighborhood. Look at these lawns again. Look at how well maintained these are. Guys, how can you be so efficient in maintaining your front yards? Look at how beautiful this looks. You guys are truly living the dream. Look at these beautiful... Look at how it looks. Look how nice it is. Someone just lives here. These people, they live here. They live here. They look at us. They're like, oh, look, there is the Google car and we're on it. Yeah. And they're even, you know, they're even driving a BMW. You know, they have a great taste of cars. Great taste of, great sense for quality cars. Oh, wait, there's like a real estate sign. Urton. Urton. There is one city that I know in Queensland that ends on Urton, and that's somewhere around here. Atherton. Urton. Atherton. R-T-O-N. R-T-O-N. It's Atherton. Oh, still so close. 60 kilometers. Well, it would have been a great guess. What is it actually? Urton. I should have just, you know, went with Cairns. But yeah, Kuranda. I mean, I did all the Kuranda stuff when I was in Australia. It looked much more like Kuranda. Cairns. Yeah. Still not bad. I feel like I'm pretty decent in this. Anyways, it has been great to see Australia again, being gone for 2 years and now walking through those suburbs and, you know, cities and landscapes again. It was truly refreshing and I can't wait to be back personally, physically. So yeah, I hope you sort of enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a great time. Enjoy your beautiful country and I hope to see you soon. Goodbye, guys.